blank, 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 you know him, you love him. Misha and Mark Sheppard.
So, Mark, I forgot to remind them when you're on stage, you're the band leader. It's out of my hands.
Who are you again?
Mark, I did a little something on Supernatural. I swept around the stage for a couple episodes.
What's the Martha Washington uniform then?
This is my natural hair color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But do the color on the caps match?
Wouldn't you like to know, Mark? Wouldn't you like to know? Well, gentlemen, I'll leave it to you then. Forget it.
Bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Truly graceless exit.
We'll take care of your band while you're away.
Hey, you guys, I just wanted to say, I think you all know that Rich is kidding around when he's up here sometimes, but in all honesty, if you have any complaints, do bring them to Rich.
Every single complaint.
Anything. And I know sometimes
Even if it's got nothing to do with the show, personal complaints, anything to do with stuff at school, home, family stuff,
people just want to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah. So bring any, and no complaint is too small. I mean, anything.
Even if you can't find Richard, find Rob and make Rob find Richard.
Yeah. But he does want to solve your problems, whatever they are, or just hear about them. So,
actually, if you don't have any problems, make some up.
How's it going, everyone? Hi. You are a good-looking crowd. Yeah. And I have nothing further to add.
It's a bit nightclubby, the low ceilings.
I like it. Yeah.
I like it. Just here with a few of our friends.
Feels like dirty things could happen here. Yes, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure we're all going to get naked at some point. Speaking of which, my grandmother is here. So I would humbly request that you all keep your profanity and disgusting comments to a minimum today.
Or take them to Richard.
In deference. So, should we do that thing where they ask us questions?
I think it's the safest thing to do.
Safe is a strong word for it.
I can start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to blow out her eardrums.
Yeah, don't talk quietly so you don't bother my grandmother.
So this weekend has been very musical, and I know that Rob wrote a song for Richard, and Gil dedicated a song to Osric last night. And I wanted to know which songs you guys would sing about for Jensen and Jared, and then Mark, specifically you for Osric, because Osric adores you, so.
Just because he likes me doesn't mean I like him. I mean, you're jumping to a huge conclusion there.
Well, you could sing a negative song if you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, join in. No.
So you're
I'm not asking you to sing a song, I'm just asking if you were to sing a song, what would it be?
sing a song for.
Jensen, Jared, and Osric.
Oh. I mean, I do sing to Jensen and Jared quite frequently on set to calm them down.
He's usually singing, not my face, not the face.
So usually not the balls, not the balls.
Sorry. Sorry, flashes that.
I sing. I have to sing to the boys when we're shooting. I sing lullabies to them. at nap time. If those guys don't get a nap at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they are cranky and impossible to work with. So Warner Brothers has actually asked me to nap them, and I do. Go to sleep.
So is that we can sing the Osric then?
If she's not giving up on this Oscar thing. How do we get her to go away?
I'll show you.
Answer
What's
the
this, you ready?
question.
That's easy, ready? Next. Oh, give me a break.
Come on with the sad face. Go take your sad face to Richard.
Sounds like a problem for Richard.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
So my question is that if you were to ever swap bodies with one cast member, who would it be? What would be your first
Oh
action with their
man,
body?
this should be in the rules and regulations. No absurd hypothetical questions. So you don't answer that question. So what is your follow-up question that has something to do with not swapping bodies?
If you were to be on a sitcom with one cast member and one character, who would you be?
Next. Oh no, okay. Sounds like a problem for Richard.
Okay, so what was your question that you're trying to ask then?
The body swap one
No.
is secondary.
So what was your backup question?
Okay, my backup question is that if you were to be on a sitcom with
Yeah,
one
okay, how about this?
character.
You're not allowed to start a question that's if.
If
Okay.
not happening.
So if
When?
So what's your third question?
When you and Mark inevitably swapped minds.
You may have won the battle, but you'll lose the war.
What is your first action in his body?
Hold on, you need to rephrase that if we don't talk about that kind of thing. Oh.
You could just be going to the supermarket. Didn't have to think it that way, Mark.
Really? Going to the supermarket. There's your answer. Going to the supermarket. That's how you win the war.
There you go. Well done. If we stay strong as a team, we will prevail.
It's going to be a long afternoon.
Cheers, valiant effort. Yes. Hi.
Hi, this question's for both of you. I want to know if there were any particular actors or any other characters that you would read or
Want to
see
swap
in the
bodies
film.
with?
No, that gave you the inspiration for the mannerisms that you've imbued your characters with, that we all love too. Like the tilt, sassy, we love all of it.
It always works when you're really, really nice. See?
Yeah. Just me. We're still not going to answer your question. But...
It was worth a shot.
You scream really well, Mark.
What?
You scream really well.
What are you talking about particularly? Who's my last night?
That guy.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I've heard that before.
Listen, I'm not Sebastian Roche, and this talk will not degenerate itself.
Where do you think you're going, young lady?
We
Get
haven't
back
answered
to the
the question.
microphone.
We haven't answered the question yet. Is there any actors or characters that shape what it is that you do?
No, well, I don't know. That's sort of a tricky question because that it's kind of loaded. It assumes that I'm actually trying to cultivate something or do.
Eddie Albert in Green Acres is mine. The last sane man in the universe.
I see
Stating the
that.
entire purpose is. Have you ever watched Green Acres? Anyone here watch Green Acres? If you watch Eddie Abbott in Green Acres, think of him as Crown. It's a similarity that you just can't miss.
I think I have a little bit of, actually, weirdly, a little bit of my brother is in Castiel, and I have a little, I think probably a little bit of the Rain Man. little Dustin Hoffman's Rain Man there too.
Forest.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. It's not Forrest. It's quite Forrest Gump. Not quite as athletic.
Run, Cass, run.
Thank you. Hi. Good luck.
This question is for Misha.
Oh, quite a good. It's fine. We don't need it. Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday in your panel, you were talking about how you used to torture your brother with toothpaste.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering what were your thoughts when you read the script and saw the toothpaste scene? Was it like karma?
That's an interesting question. I did not immediately make that connection. I'm going to be forced to eat toothpaste in this scene because of what I did to my brother. No, that didn't occur to me, but it's an astute observation.
Now that it has, do you think it's karma?
Yeah, I do think it's karma. That has to be what was going on there. Yeah. Do you see karma in everything in life? Are you one of those people that's like, well, that's because, the toothpaste thing 30 years ago. Wait, what? I think that you did something naughty in your youth that is preventing us from hearing you right now. Are you talking? Uh-oh, now you're in trouble.
Come to me. Of course, this means we're going to have endless lines of crying girls for the rest of the day. Good. Did you get an answer to your question? You feel bullied by the man up there? Didn't do anything to hurt your feelings?
I love that now we have post-question therapy.
Best time. It's always the best time. You okay now?
We're just trying to keep the lawsuits under control here.
Safe to return to your seat.
Grief counseling for people who ask
Are you going to
questions.
be... Well, thank you. It's going to be a long day. Where's Richard?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm a disabled Air Force veteran, and my
Hello.
my question is for Mark. A lot of us in the military are big fans of Battlestar Galactica. We felt very connected to the show, and just wanted to ask you what it was like to work on that and on Doctor Who. We love seeing you. Mine was Battlestar and Doctor Who.
You finished? So asking me a serious question here. Every show. What was it like to work on every show? Well, back in 19... What? You're about to say something, I can tell.
Well, I was wondering what your first gig on television was.
Ooh! My first gig on television was very strange. It was a show called Silk Stockings. And the reason I did Silk Stockings was I was doing a play that was really serious and really important and very, it was an expose on homophobia. And at the time, it was this huge big deal. And one of the great casting directors called Barbara Clayman came to the show and she was like, "Do you have a SAG card?" I'm like, "No, do I need one?" She's like, "Oh, honey, But she tapped hardly.
She talked like Crowley, huh?
She She's wonderful, and she put me in a show, and it was like I had no idea what I was doing. It's one of those amazing things which I took far too seriously, and it was like, I treated it as though it was a massive feature film, very, very intense and stuff. But it was a fabulous start. That was a fun place to start.
When was that? 1920?
A little before my TV career started. No, it was like 92. So I come from being a musician to that, but well, not a real musician, a drummer. Sorry. You don't have to take that.
I mean, you
knows it's
stuck
true.
behind the
Misha,
kid.
he knows it's true. Well, a guy hangs out with drummers, a roadie. All right. So, but yeah, so I mean, look, I'll tell you this. I've done a lot of really amazing shows, not necessarily amazing because I'm in them, but they're amazing shows. And I've been so lucky that so many of them have had that kind of impact. Battlestar and X-Files and Firefly and all these wonderful things in Doctor Who and all these things. I've been invited to come and do these things. Battlestar role was written for me, which is an incredible joy for me. Doctor Who was an offer made to me that I couldn't believe. It was like winning the lottery, you know. Bringing it all back to what we know and love. That, you know, I'm currently doing a job. Well, we don't know if I'm dead yet. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Currently, up till right this minute, as far as we know, I'm doing a job that I also love, and I've been very lucky with the shows that I've been on. The stuff that I've enjoyed the most is the stuff you guys seem to enjoy the most, and it's always been as much fun and as much hard work as it looks. If you want to know if I'm having a good time, watch the gag reel.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, man. That was way too serious a question. We have to return to where we were.
Alright, I hope it's a bit of a funny one. So both of you have kids, and I was just wondering, were there any expectations that you guys had about being fathers that were completely unfounded or wrong, that you realized they were wrong once you actually had kids? Or children horror stories as well. Anything funny, really.
I like how you open that up at the end, so as not to paint us into a corner, or just talk about whatever. Yeah, expectations of parenthood. I had an expectation as a father, or an ambition going into parenthood that I thought that I wasn't going to be one of those parents that kind of changes my life to accommodate the kids. Like I'm not going to be one of those parents who adjusts my schedule because of nap times and all that bullshit. I was going to be, the kids are going to come along with me in my life, and they were going to see, they were going to be introduced to the world like that, and it was going to be great. I was going to be a cool dad. That's right, yeah. And when Wes was 3 months old, in the cool dad, cool mom vein, we decided to take a road trip from Vancouver to Los Angeles with a 3-month-old. And it was awesome. I mean, we had a great time. He, by the end of day 2, he wasn't talking yet, but he was so hoarse from crying that it was just this sort of raspy little whisper that would come out when he did cry, so we could barely hear him at that point. So the noise really didn't bother us that much anymore. And when we got
was he in the trunk or was he in the
he was in his car seat, which was pretty much the whole time wet with vomit. And we got to San Francisco, and we met up with some old friends, and they're like, hey, we're going to this party. And we're like, great, we'll go to the party with you. And it was 11 o'clock at night, and I had Wes in a baby Bjorn baby carrier. And we went to this party, which turned out to be more like a rave than a party. I'm walking around with all these, there's a guy with a pacifier in his mouth, a 40-year-old with a pacifier in his mouth next to me, and everybody's doing ecstasy and loud music, and I have the kid there, and I'm putting my hands over his ears because I've heard that, loud
Because Gwyneth Paltrow
noises can deafen their children. So at that moment, I realized, there was a very distinct moment when I realized, okay, so it's different. It's different than I thought. You can't do this. He's crying. I'm pressing my hands over his ears, and I went up to Vicky and I was like, honey, we have to go. And we have to have a different life now. And we have to, so yeah. You don't do road trips. You do have to do nap time and bedtime and all those other horrible things. And you have to change your life a lot to accommodate children, as it turns out. That was a big discovery for me.
I was the 40-year-old with a pacifier.
Don't that guy look familiar?
No, I'm older than that. It's weird. It's so weird. It is so weird. What I do is I try to lie to my children as much as I possibly can, over and over again, so they become totally independent of me. They don't need me very much. Like the first time, if you look at Will now, he'll come up to me and go, "So where's mommy?" And I'm like, "She's in Belgium." It's like, great. I've said that so many times now. He doesn't bother me anymore. He doesn't want me to feed him. I mean, apart from occasional medical issues that he has. But pretty much they're self-sufficient. They've learned pretty early on they cannot rely on anything that I say. We toughen them up a bit. They're pretty good. They know where they live.
Because it says where they live on their collars.
Actually, we were at the global entry thing to go get global entry cards. And they went to my little one and went, "So what's your address?" And he got one of the digits wrong. And I was like, "You got one of the digits wrong?" He's like, "Yeah." So what did they say? He went, "Close enough." Security. I'll tell you something. I mean, actors' kids are either insane, and depends on the parents actually. But he's very involved. I'm very involved. I'm very hands-on with my children, and they tend to be remarkably, brilliantly self-sufficient in a strange way. I think most of my friends who have to work out of town and come back, their kids, they get it. They kind of get that there's a job to do, and when we come back, then it's daddy time. And it's kind of cool, and I love that. They have so much fun with my kids. Well, that was depressing. So lie to your children. Hi.
My question's for you, Misha. My question is, what's the most amazing, influential thing that you've seen as a result of your charity work with Random Acts?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a great question. I have been really blown away, actually, by the commitment and hard work of the staff of Random Acts. There's a very large team of incredibly hardworking people who commit countless hours to volunteering for Random Acts. Cindy, our director, is indefatigable, right? Is that a word? And so is the entire team that works on Random Acts. I mean, they're really logging like full-time, a lot of them logging like full-time job hours, and they do it for nothing. They most of the time don't even get a thanks. So that has been amazing to me to see and incredibly inspiring. And it definitely makes me want to do more and be better and less lazy. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good question. Hi. Great. How are you?
So
Anything else?
What?
Anything else?
Let's see. Your characters were in cahoots in season 6, but they've been through a lot since then. They've been through a lot of changes. So if they were to work together again, what do you think would be different? When they cahoots again.
When they inevitably work together again. When we work together again, how will it be different?
Yes.
We'll sit on different sides of the pimp car.
Yeah.
What?
I think Supernatural may be getting to a point where all of the characters everyone has done something so horrible that no one can hold a grudge against anyone for too long. It's like, I know you kind of let everybody out of hell, or you caused all the angels to fall to earth, and I know you killed a bunch of people, but dude, we can't get bogged down by that. Let's move on.
So what you're saying is the series will end with a group hug?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
You can take that to the bank. It will definitely. I think the dramatic punch of everybody just hugging and saying bye at the end of the series is irresistible to the writers. It'll be something like, hey guys, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, see you next.
Season 14.
Hi, I'm a big theater nerd, so I was just wondering if you guys could perform on Broadway, what show would you want to do?
When we inevitably perform on Broadway. What show? Let me turn this back on you and ask you, what Broadway show would you be excited to do?
Wicked.
Wicked? I've not seen Wicked.
Wicked is good. The London cast is amazing.
Oh, wait, London cast.
I didn't see it on Wicked is good. I didn't see it on Broadway. Not the American version. My father, W. Morgan Sheppard, has been on Broadway several times. He's been on Broadway several times. He did Sherlock Holmes in the 70s. He did Mansard in the 60s. So I don't know. I mean, the interesting thing about that is both those productions were pretty much original productions. And if I was going to do something, I did do theatre. I did rather well in some theatre in Los Angeles. And I've not found anything else that I really wanted to do very badly. Certainly, I don't have a great affinity for shows that have already been done. I'd love to do something new and different. So if the right play comes along, I'm more interested in being off Broadway than being Broadway, I would imagine. And I've seen some incredible new theatre in the last couple of years. And that's what excites me, is new stuff, interesting stuff.
For me, I think I'd probably like to go in the opposite direction a little bit and revive the Spider-Man musical. That to me will amazing.
Don't make fun. It was good.
Did you see it?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Really? Do you think there's anyone else who saw it twice? Other than the stage manager.
I saw it with two separate people.
Do you think Bono saw it twice?
Thank you.
Did you see the Spider-Man movie twice?
No.
Yeah. You didn't see the new one?
No.
You're not going to see it, huh?
The first one was boring.
Really?
It's amazing.
But you saw the musical.
What's wrong with you? I'm trying to stay away from that.
I don't want to see that boring Spider-Man movie. But the musical, that's exciting.
He fought a lizard in the first movie.
Or ripping drama.
Have either of you seen it?
Have either of us seen it?
No, so are you making fun of it?
Oh, well, yes, we are making fun of it. You are astute. Nothing slips past you.
Did you call it a stoat? It's like a weasel.
A stoat?
A stoat? You call it a stoat?
No.
A student? Oh.
Is a stoat a British weasel?
No. The Stoats and the Weasels are from Toad Hall. Another great stage play. Toad Hall from Wind in the Willows.
Yeah, okay.
The Stoats and Weasels are the two.
Oh.
Slightly different. I thought you called her a stoat.
I did not. I would not do that. I would never call you a stoat.
You look nothing like a stoat.
Maybe a weasel.
Astute. Facetiously. But let's move on. Let's agree to move on.
Although, with some whiskers. very big, very cute stoat.
There is a stoatishness about you. I don't know what a stoat looks
An
like.
astute stoat.
I was in Wind in the Willows when I was in 6th grade.
What's that?
I was in Wind in the Willows when I was in 6th
You
grade.
were in Wind
It's a very long book.
It was a musical.
Did you do
The musical?
Yes.
You were in the musical?
What did you play?
I think we're getting to the heart of things here. She was in the musical The Wind in the Willows when she was in 6th grade.
Yes.
This is where it all started, isn't it?
That's where she
What part did
developed her.
Spider-Man play in it?
So did you in fact play the stoat? Is the question.
No.
What did you play?
I was the friendly fox because the foxes were supposed to be bad, but I picked a fox, and they're like, oh, you can be the friendly fox.
So the fox
That's the
was
whole
supposed to
thing.
be evil, just to fill everyone in the back. Because I know you don't want to miss this.
Please move on.
She played the fox.
Friendly fox. The friendly fox.
She played the fox in The Wind in the Willows when she was 12, 11. But the fox was supposed to be evil. But she didn't, I guess,
It's okay. You can
her rendition of an evil fox wasn't compelling, so they changed it to a friendly fox.
Sorry, what was that again? I don't even remember the foxes in the Wind in the
Was it?
We need to get you a pen.
Any other animals?
That was my last play.
That was it?
That was my last play.
Thank you for sharing that. That was very interesting.
Who's next?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
We need a
I think I
minute.
got something in my eye.
This question is for both of you.
Okay.
Now that Dean has taken the mark of Cain, is Castiel worried that Dean is going to go a little bit towards the dark side? And
Towards the Mark side?
going to say, you know, I pulled you out of purgatory.
Oh, no. You said this question was for both of us?
Yes, against your
And then
part.
would Cass... Cass.
I think it's a good question. Are you done with your question?
No.
Does it have a distinct end to your question?
There's a question mark. Oh.
My question is,
Yes.
is Castiel worried that Dean is going to be a little bit more evil, and if so, how would that affect their potential relationship? My question for Mr. Sheppard.
I'm here, I'm awake. Sorry, I was nodding off on the last piece.
My question for you is that is Crowley at some point worried that Dean and Sam are really going to with him and knock him off?
I'm sorry, your question for me is not even half as good as the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him answer your question.
Let me revise the question.
Then I'm going to decide whether I feel like answering your half question. So, go ahead, Richard.
Just point of clarification. When you say do you mean like sleep with?
You knock him off, literally, like chop off the life style.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Grandma's here.
Yeah, hey, shame on you for bringing that up.
Go on, Sydney. Again? I did. Sorry. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Normally, I never say stuff like that. I don't know what came over.
Help my brother out. So, has anyone else got a question?
I would say yes, Cass is worried about that.
Really? After all of that?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yes is my answer. What's your answer?
No. Right.
So my question is for both of you. First part, Misha.
Well, why don't you do this, the first part for Mark, because he's starting to feel a little weird about getting the second.
Okay, first part, Mark. Has Jared and Jensen, what's the worst thing that they've done to you as a prank on set? Have you gotten them back? And
Rob, we can see you. What's the worst thing they've ever done?
Yeah, like prank-wise.
Completely unstealthy approach on the stage. A man in a tricorn hat and wig sort of sneaking across.
Martha Washington is in the building. Martha Reeves.
Hey, Chief, we're in the middle of the question.
Somebody go now. So are we breaking for something here?
You're almost done. And
Question? Oh, what question? What does the big moose and the not moose do to me that makes me happy? My favorite part of season 9 so far is that by bringing it, this is not moose. It's the best part of the show.
And have you gotten them back,
Jared
or
still
are you going to?
Jared still picks me up and shakes me.
Can we see that in action?
No. It's painful.
And Misha,
Yeah.
the episode you directed, top of my list of favorite episodes now. Along the same line, the pies in the
I was in that episode too, you know.
That's why it was good.
Fantastic.
He's actually a really good director. It's weird. He's a really good director. He's like really fun. Good guy.
Have you come up with your revenge plan yet for them?
Revenge plan.
You don't have to say what it is,
Of
but
the
have you come
pine?
up with it?
The endless pine.
It's such a problematic issue because of escalation. There's really no way to win because retaliation is always worse and more severe. We recently karma.
Brings us back to the first question.
Mine was the first question, thank you.
What?
Uh-oh, it's on.
Right, the 901st question.
They recently there was we had a day of shooting where for some reason Jared and Jensen decided not to let me get my dialogue out, and it was so frustrating, and it went on for hours. And people came in from the office. You weren't there that day. People came in from the office to sit behind the monitors to watch. To watch.
Thanks, Rob.
Very subtle, Rob. Very subtle. To watch the harassment and laugh.
Richard, I have a complaint.
A lot of times we get the question, how do you guys do it? The stage seems to move so seamlessly and people come and go, we never know what's going on, and suddenly Rob's there, boom, it's music, it's like magic. There's a puppetry that goes on up here. We can't reveal the secrets, but there's a way we do it. We're professionals. Continue.
It is seamless. It is very smooth.
Watch this awkward segue. That's so true. Ladies and gentlemen, Misha and Mark.
I know you snuck off, but I just want to let you know that we let them know that you were kidding. And then you want to hear all
of that backstage. I was so relieved you corrected me.
Well, every once in a while, there's going to be someone in the audience who doesn't understand that you're being sarcastic.
Right.
And I just wanted to make sure that they know that they can talk to you about anything.
It's actually true, and I've set up a complaint department. It's not at this hotel, it's at another hotel. I have the room number, and what I'll do is I'll tweet out the room number for you, and you can go meet me or whoever happens to be in that room, and you can lodge your complaints with us directly. Deal. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Sheppard. Wow. Underwater machine.
Hey, not long enough for me to finish writing.
Okay. Typically. Just ready to rehearse. This is the time in the program where we show a video to remind you who you travel across the globe to save. Hold on, I have a complaint.
Oh.
Right there. So what we'd like to do now, stop right now, show a very professionally done collage of images.